like a really good time for us to do a how it started and how it's going. I bought a house and it needs a lot of work. Y'all notice anything different? A slight change? But the lizard was the size of a dinosaur and it was decomposing, and therefore I was unable to enter the house. And immediately called the contractor to ask, my guy, what part of the wall gone and why? Well, I was not ready for the removal of the roof. Watching that was an experience. I'm Kelly Johnley, and this is Bajan Renovation. Whether you are a Bajan Renovation OG or you're just joining us, I think you'll really like this episode. We are literally doing the how it started and how it's going. A full recap of what this property looked like before, what it looks like now, and some of the design choices that we've made. So you saw what the house looked like at the beginning. So the real lick down started around, let's say, episode 2. Now I must tell you, if you are ever doing a demolition, you'll realize 2 things. Demolition goes quickly, and at the same time it's never ending. So I remember when we started, they started by taking down the wall at the front. And I was like, okay man, this is great. And then we moved on to taking down the stairs at the back. I was like, oh my gosh, this is great, and you're seeing progress and you feel hype. By the time they started to take down the interior walls, right? I was like, you sure we were supposed to like that now? I'm telling you, I've had a few moments where I've come here and said to myself, by the time these people finish, is there going to be anything left? And that has continued. I have this running joke whenever I come here and I see the skip full and I wonder, what else do they have to put in this skip? Well, every room in this house has been touched by the demolition. You've seen the knocking out in the bathrooms. You have seen the creation of a closet in my daughter's room. As for the kitchen, I can't even remember what the kitchen looks like. Good thing I have a camera and I can look back, but I cannot remember what the kitchen looks like. And the roof, the taking off of the roof. I know somewhere there, that is where I started to, learn to pray in a different way, because for some stupid reason I said, hey, oh my gosh, they're taking off the roof, let me go and stand underneath the roof and get some footage, until the roof nearly fell down on me and the contractor came and said, Kelly, what are you doing? And then I was banned from my own house for a little bit. But we removed the roof. One, it needed to be changed. It had some structural issues, but also for cosmetic reasons, we wanted to raise the walls. Raising the walls is going to allow us to have more usable storage space, because we can now carry our cupboards higher, but also aesthetically it's going to create a sense of spaciousness. I think you guys can see that the house is not a big house, and being able to take out the roof allows us to have a different type of lighting system. It's also going to help us improve ventilation. So all the formwork is in now, which is really exciting, because our next step is to go back to Barbados Steelworks, my roof tings. But as I go through here, it's almost like it's a little sentimental, because there are times in a renovation process where you feel things are not going quickly. And the truth is, in the 4 months that we have been working on this project, there've been probably about 4 weeks of a month of downtime. 2 weeks was due to bad weather, Beryl, we all know about that. And then we would have lost another week money. Apparently, you have to keep paying people. I had to get more money from the bank, and then just intermittent showers, stuff like that, materials not being here. I'm pretty satisfied with where we've gotten for the 3 months, but now the rubber is hitting the road, which is why I really wanted to just do a come and look around while no one was here to see how we're progressing. We have water at the house. That came around episode 4, and big ups to Barbados Water Authority. That water came on fast. The bill came soon after. And to Barbados Light and Power, we have electricity now. I think you would remember us explaining to you in a previous episode the process of connecting it, and why you get temporary electricity and how much it costs. And the slight delay that we had was because Beryl compromise the structure that we had to erect. But I came back last week and we got lights, people, we got current. So as you can see now, around the house, the interior walls are being slicked. You can see the formwork has gone up, and we're getting ready to do some concrete pouring to raise the levels of the floors, because in addition to every room in here being a different color, there's a different tile in every room, but also because we've extended the walls, you can now see the drop-offs from where, you know, the garage floor was and where the front patio was. So that is what's going to be happening next. The roof will go on, and then, believe it or not, we're going to start sealing up the house. So this is exciting. Let's take a little look around at the other changes that have been made. So we are filming today from what will be the master bedroom. And even though I knew on paper what I wanted to achieve, I could say now that it has been closed in, I really do have a good feeling of what it is going to be like in the end. So I've covered at length the fact that we removed a wall that was right here and reclaimed the patio so that this can be a bigger master. Now I can actually see where things can go. One of the things that I want to do, and it leans into a tip that I got from a House Beautiful magazine years ago, and it said, design a space or choose a home that reflects the way you live 90% of the time. Design a space or choose a home that reflects the way you live 90% of the time. And what the author at the time was trying to get at is that sometimes we choose spaces based on what looks good but doesn't actually fit the way we live. Now, I personally like spending time in my bedroom. I like a very nice bedroom. And one of the things that I've never liked to see is when cupboards don't go all the way to the ceiling. Why? Because what do we do with it at the top of the cupboards? We start to store things on top of the cupboards. I can't deal with that. I cannot deal lying down in my good bed and staring at suitcases or staring at those lesser used items because technically there really ain't nowhere else to put them. So now that I have an opportunity to do custom built-ins, let me tell you, it's going to be a big built-in. I can already see that I want to do wraparound cupboards, meaning that this entire space here will either be built-in cupboards and shelving, so that at the top I can put in things like the suitcases, stuff that I'm not wearing so often. I can see right here that I can have a bookcase, I can have a built-in desk, because yes, this house is not big enough for a study and I am very happy working in my room, but it does mean that I need to have a dedicated space. And because we extended the room, I can comfortably have a king-size bed in here, have a desk, have a chair without one butting on the other. That then still leaves me with more than enough space to have large closets for clothing. Now, if we ever met in real life, you will know that I wear the same things over and over and over again because they're mine and I have a washing machine and I don't have a whole lot of clothes. But I'm looking forward to having all of this space for dresses and pants, because one of the things that my closet doesn't allow me to do is have my dresses and pants fall all the way down. So you get things pressed or dry cleaned and then you see the bunch at the bottom. Not anymore. So it's coming together, and by the time the tiles are in and the walls are slicked, I cannot wait. I cannot wait. I cannot. So we are up to date. You've seen how it started and how it's going. During the course of the week, they're going to continue prepping the floors, getting ready for that pour, and they're going to continue prepping the roof, getting ready for the roofing materials to arrive. So we're now enclosing the property, which is pretty exciting. I'm Kelly Johnley, and this is Bajan Renovation.